right, I'll ask everybody in the chambers to rise, face the flag, and follow along with our council member from the 11th District, Tracy Park.
If you can, place your hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin. Mr. Herman, please begin. Oh.
What asshole? Look at that.
Hold on. Please begin.
Buenos dias, pinche panzón pelón.
Good morning, fucking fatty, hairy.
¿Quiere empezar? Así te voy a decir, porque es castigándome por nada que yo hizo, cabrón.
Do you want me to start? Because I'm going to say it. You're punishing me for nothing.
Okay, so this
asshole.
is your only warning. Stick to the items or I'm going to move you to general public comment. No more warnings after this.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the public, for months and for years we've had scooters, we've had e-bikes, we have motorcycles, and pedestrians injured, and no one seems to give a fuck, right? But now, Sacramento, Banana, whatever his fucking name is, Attorney General says, we have to question this, Bob Bloomfield. Why are we having pedestrians and disabled people and veterans killed while they're standing on the fucking sidewalk and street while you let these fucking idiots ride those powered machines that destroy lives and destroy families? That's item 24, dickhead. Then I go into item number uno. That's translated as one, smoke and scan. Because see, smoke and scan, I have a citywide development idea. It's called One Stop. Well, we all know, and from what we heard and know, is that Spencer Pratt could be the only mayor to solve this problem. See that? The only person to solve these problems, because you put your trust in the dumb mayor of Los Angeles, the current first black mayor woman, like that Uncle Tom up there, and then we got the other noodle smoke and scan that don't know shit about the problems in Los Angeles regarding the citywide development service system known as Build LA. Well, you could build LA all you want, but not one of you can afford to live in Los Angeles.
You've exhausted your 1 minute on that item. Please move on to another item.
Oh, yeah, I got multiple items to speak on.
Please move on to another item. You've exhausted your 1 minute on item 1.
I heard you. Fuck. So, Item 21, Raman. Regarding Public Works Bureau. You want to be the next mayor, Raman, but yet, upon approval of the mayor between you dumb bitches and Public Works, for $3 million, you want to pass a Conservancy LA Riverway when we don't got fucking housing. We don't have people here in America that can afford to pay their rents, live in California anymore, and buy a home as a dream, right? You'll never buy a home in a dream. I'm living the American dream. That's the reason why Buckethead up there on item 21, 26-0646 for the record, fuck you. And then on item 22, CD11.
General public comment.
Now into my general public comment. 42 USC 1983 politely. Why do I have to come here and argue under the color of law? I need Spencer Pratt to explain that because he's the only goddamn mayor, the only mayor that I would qualify of I vote. Do any of you agree with the I vote? Likely not, because you got the same fucking people, Democrats, destroying California. You like that shit. You like living in poverty. You like begging for free shit, but don't get a fucking job. And then all you little fucking faggots, simplified fucking faggots, understand Snyder versus Phelps. Understand Cohen versus California. Fuck the draft. The Chinese and the Russians are coming because a lady Chinese from that goddamn Arcadia has told us why. And you people think America's safe? America is doomed.
Your time has expired. If we hear you again, it will constitute a disruption for this meeting, and you will be subject to removal pursuant to Rule 7 and Rule 12. Thank you for letting us know who you are endorsing for mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your patience. I apologize for the previous speaker. You may hear things that might be offensive. It does not reflect the views of this body, of this city, or anyone here individually. Again, the fastest way to get through it is to just simply ignore it. But thank you for your continued patience. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names. Adrian, Aiden, Luis, Guadalupe, Daniel, Gabriel, Angel, Teresa, Allison, Scott B.
I'd like to address this to Councilwoman Rahman and mayoral candidate Rahman. I find it highly disgraceful that you have bailed out on 2 mayoral debates, one hosted by Trans Latina and the other one hosted by Fox 11. As a Hispanic trans woman, how do I know you will stand on the national stage and defend my rights, not only as a Mexican, but as a trans woman, when LAPD and ICE come knocking on our doors again and when the Trump administration tries to revoke my rights to exist? If you cannot go on stage and debate your policies in good faith, how do we know you will have the backs for the people of LA when push comes to shove again? You won't. You are a political coward, and I find it highly disgraceful you won't even go on stage and debate in good faith. You should be ashamed of yourself. LA deserves better than you. LA deserves something different. LA deserves actual meaningful change, and I'm not going to say who I'm voting for, but it's not you. You're shameful.
Estimados miembros del Consejo, buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es María Bernabé y vengo del Distrito 1 en Westlake.
Good morning, honorable council members. An honor to be here. My name is Maria Bernabe from District 1.
Y como miembro de la comunidad, les pido que voten para prohibir la venta de óxido nitroso en las tiendas de humo.
I ask as a community member to prohibit nitrous oxide sale in communities and tobacco stores.
Ya que he mirado cómo los jóvenes y gente mayor lo usan con el fin de alterar su cuerpo y como una droga más, ya que no necesitamos más sustancias.
And now I have seen how young people and old people use it to alter their bodies and their mind as another drugs, as if we needed more.
Que dañen el cerebro y el cuerpo de las personas. Ya es suficiente lo que vivimos con las personas y que miramos en la calle.
And this is damaging to the brain and the body, and I think it's already enough what we're witnessing with people on the streets that are all drugged out already.
Alteradas con sustancias. Se los pido como mamá y abuela, por favor, nos ayuden a prohibir la venta libre de estas sustancias. Gracias.
These people are heavily altered in altered states, and as a mother and as a grandmother, I ask that you please vote to prohibit the sale and distribution of these items. Thank you.
Okay, first off, my name is Adrian, and I'm a high school student in the San Fernando Valley. I want to start off by saying, on my way to school last week, right across the street from my high school, I personally found these 3 NOS tanks. Right now, nitrous oxide is easy for young people to access in our community. And because it's easy, more people are using it. Despite the serious risks of brain damage, oxygen deprivation, and long-term harm. I see these tanks on what feels like a daily occurrence. Seeing these tanks on the street in my community is becoming normal. Something this damaging and detrimental to your health is becoming normal. Might I remind you, these tanks can cause long-term brain damage. We can't keep saying prevention matters while allowing harmful products like this to stay easily available in our communities. This isn't happening somewhere else, happening in our community, my community. Please support this policy and help protect students like me before consequences get worse. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Aiden, and I'm here as a student representing my community. We are the ones seeing the impact of these products every day, walking to school, in our neighborhoods, and in our parks. We see the canisters left behind. We see how easy it is to get these products, and we're asking a simple question. If we know why it's harmful, why is it so easy to access? If we are serious about protecting young people, we have to match our policies with reality. Please hear our voices and support this motion. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Luis. My name is Luis Fuentes, and I'm speaking on item 14 and general public comment. I'm a student from Burke Corona Charter High School. Nitrous oxide may seem harmless, but it can cause serious health problems like oxygen deprivation and damage to the brain and heart. The problem is that it's not being sold in places, it is now being sold in places that make it easy for young people to access. We've learned about the risks, but when something is easy to access, more people will try it. Prevention isn't just about telling us what's dangerous, it's about reducing access to harmful products. This motion is a smart step because it focuses on where the problem is happening. Please support this policy to protect youth, health, and safety. Thank you.
Good morning, Council. My name is Guadalupe, and I'm a student from Burke Corona Charter and the eldest sister of two. I'm here to support the ban on and restriction of nitrous oxide. And honestly, I can go on about how these canisters affect our community and school. But I'm here to state what's most important. I'm here for my sisters. I'm here to ask how I'm supposed to feel about the fact that both of my sisters, who are no older than 9, are exposed to these items. How should I feel at the fact that I don't feel comfortable to walk them to school when in that same path, I see canisters and boxes of nitrous oxide just a few steps from my house all the way to my school? While many think this is a minor problem, I pose a question. If nitrous oxide is harmful not only to those who use it, but to those who witness it, why is it still so widely available? Port Hueneme and Oxnard have implemented bans on the recreational use of nitrous oxide. We ask you to do the same here. Our goal is to educate our students, but most importantly, to protect them. For the good of our community and our students and of my sisters, we implore you to limit the access. Thank you for your time.
Hello, good morning. My name is Daniel and I'm a student in 10th grade. I'm in the Pathways to Prevention program. Let me start by saying nitrous oxide to minors isn't the only problem we have. Making nitrous oxide tanks available in smoke shops is also a problem. My question is, why are smoke shops selling things that aren't made for humans to inhale, unless they intend for buyers to use it for recreational purposes? Nitrous oxide marketing is getting more and more common by the day in communities kids call home. They use colorful labels and new flavors to attract consumers. Most of the consumers are minors. Walking out of school, me and 2 of my classmates stumbled across 2 NOS tanks in our place of learning. Why are companies taking a chemical meant for car acceleration and adding flavors to it? That doesn't make sense. It makes it more appealing, especially to young people. Although nitrous oxide has legitimate uses, inhalation for recreational purposes isn't one of them. Making NOS tanks available in smoke shops should be illegal.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good morning. My name is Gabriel, and I'm a student at Burke Corona Charter High School. You've heard many times, I can stand here and tell you how to fix your brain. I can also tell you that it disconnects people from reality. What about telling you that it creates an unsafe situation in most public places? I could, but what I'd really like for you to do is take a moment to actually look at us. This impacts everyone, not just one single person. I want to grow up in a community that's drug-free, where we feel safe just walking around, where this isn't just accepted as a part of everyday life. We shouldn't have to grow up around this. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good morning. My name is Angel, and I'm a student at Burke Corona Charter High School. On my way to school, every day I pass through multiple different smoke shops that are selling products like nitrous oxide. These aren't hidden, and they're right there. They're visible, and they're easy to access for the youth. At school, we're hearing things about making good choices, but once we come out of school, the message becomes completely different. When products like these are being sold near schools and smoke shops, it's making them seem normal and harmless. This isn't just about the education. It's about what we're being exposed to every day, to what my 10-year-old little brother is being exposed to on a daily basis. And as an older brother who no longer knows what to say, as he asked me about these tanks that sit across from his elementary schools. Please help support this motion to help reduce the access and make our environment safer for students like my little brother and myself. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Teresa. I'm a student at Burke Corona Charter High School and a teenager living in the Sun Valley. I live in a community where you see nitrous oxide, also known as NOx, everywhere, like in the park with your friends, and I'm 17. There are elementary students whom I see at these parks as well. That means students ages 5 and up may also be seeing these tanks. Nitrous oxide should be banned for the sake of our community and the children growing up in it. This community cannot allow children and teenagers to fall into the health issues caused by this gas. Let me tell you something even bigger if I haven't caught on your attention yet. This is a drug that can cause you lack of oxygen to the brain. That means death. According to Wupsik and Yoki from the University of Mississippi, who studied 14 years of CDC Wonder data and found that nitrous oxide-related deaths were relatively low in 2017 with 23 deaths, but climbed to 156 deaths in 2023, which is a 578% relatively increased over time. These companies create these flavors to get people hooked. Flavoring is one of the primary reasons why teens initiate the use, with roughly 3 out of 4 teenagers saying that they would stop if products were not flavored. As a community, we can shape what it should look like for children and teenagers, but sadly, this is the harsh reality. You have the power in your hands to make a difference. Please support the motion to ban nitrous oxide for recreational use in our community. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Allison, and I'm also a student from the San Fernando Valley. I'm here to support the item to ban the sale of nitrous oxide for recreational use. I want to stand here and be honest with all of you. This is something that I've struggled with myself. Nitrous oxide is addictive, and one of the biggest reasons it's hard to stop is that it's so easy to get. It's sold in places we pass every day. We see the canisters lying around. You've heard it, and I'll say it again. It really starts to feel normal, even though it's not safe. I'm working with Pathways to Prevention project to reduce and stop using. What I've learned is this: when access is everywhere, quitting is definitely harder. When access goes down, people have a real chance to stop. This isn't just about me, this is about a lot of young people struggling with the same thing. I'm really asking you to take this motion seriously because we can no longer ignore the access and availability driving this problem. Thank you.
My name is Scott, and I am with the San Fernando Valley Partnership, where I work closely with students from Burke Corona Charter High School. These young people gave up a full day of learning because of what they are seeing every day in their neighborhoods, parks, across the street from their school on a daily basis. Every day we teach young people about healthy choices, prevention, and protecting their future, but there's still a growing disconnect between what we teach our students and what they're continuously exposed to in their community. When products that we know are being misused and that are highly visible, easy accessible, and sold near schools, youth-centered spaces, prevention becomes much harder. We have seen this story before. As communities, we underestimated the early warning signs of fentanyl, and we paid dearly for that delay. Too many of our families are still living with the consequences today. We should not wait for another crisis before taking early action.
General?
Research consistently shows that the access and availability influences youth behavior, reduces perceived risk, and increases the likelihood of use. Prevention works its best when communities act early, not after harm becomes widespread. This motion is not extreme. It is thoughtful, balanced, and prevention-focused. It addresses environmental factors that contribute to youth substance misuse while supporting safer, healthy communities. Today, our students are asking you adults to listen. And if I can do a favor, is ask you to listen to them. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, good morning. Yeah, I want to chime in on the noxious, even though I know it's laughing gas, and although, you know, it would be fun to just be able to laugh at all you guys, it's not a good thing. And so I am for banning it. I'm for sending that strong message to kids not to even play around with that. Don't play with nitrous oxide, and don't play with Scientology. But it seems like kind of like you almost like uncriminalized other drugs, such as like really strong ones, like heroin and meth, and you know, it seems like that's almost been decriminalized in a lot of ways. I could be wrong. I'll ask Smoke and Scan if I'm wrong, But I would like you to be just as vigilant if you're going to do the noxious gas, to also be vigilant in making sure you fully criminalize the really heavy-duty drugs. The second one is for the fallen firefighters. Absolutely, you should illuminate for the fallen firefighters. And but I think I'm going to get. I always like to see if Smoke and Scan agrees with me on these things. It's fun. But I think that in spite of just putting up the lights, you should also give them the budget that they need to be able to fix their housing, you know, their stations, be able to fight major fires, you know, stuff like that. Have their equipment fixed so they can go to a fire, say if there's a big fire, you know, like we had last January of last year, you know, so like stuff like that. There's little pesky things, but I'll have to check later to see if Smoke and Scan agrees with me. Then the other one for Bureau Street Services about giving them, you know, this one, oh no, I want to start with number one, the portal, okay? You have this one-stop portal and you want to increase the fees. Okay, I know you guys are so desperate for money. I know that pesky little fire kind of tapped the resources and the police budget, let's be honest. But I've been asking for a portal for the Bureau Street Services so we can all access it. So you just want to look at the charging people, the entities for their portals, but not giving like the transparency and allowing the city and the residents to know what applications are going through and what has been gone through. And I think that's unfair. And I think you need to, especially the Bureau Street Services, people want to track these permits, so we have a right to do it. And you guys are not big on transparency. I wonder why. And don't forget, Mr. President and Mr. Lee, you still owe me an apology. But go ahead, I'll take it. I'll stop and take it, Mr. President, if you want to apologize.
So please stick to the items, or I'm going to move to general.
Well, that is an item. Come on.
No, we're not going to do this,
okay.
but up to you. Do you want to move to general?
No, I
Okay.
don't. Okay, so the fixing the Bureau Street Services, giving them money to fix streets, yes. Let's start off with going to L. Ron Hubbard Way, taking up the paving stones, removing their our permit, and bringing it back to city control. Even though it still is city control, Scientology makes it seem like it's not. So please do that. Okay.
General public comment?
All right. I'm going to talk about what I spoke at the police commission meeting because you guys didn't get to be there. There's a person named James Richardson, okay? He's a high-level Scientology security guard who, while as a security guard for them, which is a high position in Scientology, not in real life, but, you know, whatever, he was dating, as an adult, okay, a 14-year-old girl. He married her at 16. Okay, and I heard that, I just found out recently by someone who knows, worked, you know, was with him while she was in Scientology, that he actually did this twice, married two 16-year-olds while an adult. And he is on your clergy council. I have a problem with that because your clergy council has access to cadets, police cadets, children, events with children. And this man who had to run to Nevada because he couldn't do it here, they ran to Vegas with Scientology's blessing, okay? And he's on your police council. Are you kidding me?
Me llamo Florinda y trabajo en McDonald's del Distrito 10.
My name is Florinda, and I work at McDonald's in District 10.
Soy una de las cocineras que están en huelga porque no hay aire acondicionado en la cocina donde hace más calor.
I am one of the cooks who's on strike because there's no air conditioning in the kitchen where it's the hottest.
Las temperaturas alcanzaron casi los 100 grados.
Temperatures reached almost 100 degrees.
Lo que me provocó mareos y debilidad mientras intentaba atender los pedidos.
Leaving me dizzy and weak while I tried to keep up with orders.
Como diabética, soy especialmente vulnerable a la deshidratación y al agotamiento por calor.
As someone with diabetes, I am especially vulnerable to dehydration and heat exhaustion.
Y me asusté al pensar en cómo estará la cocina cuando llegue el verano.
And it's frightening to think of how the kitchen will get once it's actually summer.
Además, los baños estuvieron sin reparar durante semanas.
On top of that, restrooms went unfixed for weeks.
Lo que provocó un olor terrible que se extendió a la cocina y enfermó a algunos compañeros.
Causing a terrible smell that spread into the kitchen and caused some coworkers to feel sick.
Pensé que tenía que aguantar estas condiciones,
I thought I had to put up with these conditions,
pero ahora sé que tenemos derechos y protecciones.
but I'm learning now that we have rights and protections.
Por eso insisto a este consejo a que apruebe la ordenanza de trabajo justo.
That's why I urge this council to pass the Fair Work Ordinance
Y garantice que todos los trabajadores de comida rápida reciban capacitación sobre los derechos en un espacio donde nos sentamos seguros al hablar de nuestras experiencias. Gracias.
and ensure that every fast food worker receives Know Your Rights training in a space where we feel safe to talk about our experiences. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and I'm part of Lifted Minds Youth Council. Today I want to talk about how NOS affects people in our community. NOS is often seen as harmless, but it is not. It can damage the brain, affect memory, mood, and behavior. Using too much NOS can cause low blood pressure, fainting, numbness, and it can make people confused and not think clearly. I saw this happen to someone I know personally. He used NOS almost every day. He lost a lot of weight, his face changed, and his health was terrible. He became angry, confused, and started problems for no reason. I didn't give up on him. I supported him and encouraged him to get help and go to rehab. Over time, he realized NOS was ruining his life and made a change. Now he's clean and doing better. This shows how serious NOS use is and why education and support are important. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, Council President and Council members. My name is Julissa Hernandez, and I'm with Los Angeles Unified School District Office of Government Relations, and we're here in support of item 14 related to the restricting of the retail sale and distribution of nitrous oxide. The district would like to thank Councilmember Padilla, along with every other council member who has helped move this item forward, in making sure that everyone has the same shared goal of creating safer communities for our youth. Los Angeles Unified supports the efforts to help protect the health, safety, and well-being of young people across our communities. We do recognize the growing concern around youth access to nitrous oxide products and the potential risk these substances can pose to our student health and well-being. This ordinance represents an important and preventive effort to help reduce youth access to these products and increase awareness of the associated health risks. As part of the district's 2026 advocacy guiding principles and priorities, LA Unified supports initiatives that advance student safety and support the whole child by promoting healthy and safe and supportive environments for students both inside and outside our classrooms. We appreciate this ordinance takes a balanced approach by restricting retail sales while also preserving the legitimate medical, food services, automobile, and other industries that use it. On behalf of LA Unified School District, we thank the city's leadership for taking initiative on this issue and respectfully urge the support of this ordinance. Thank you, everyone.
I want to remind you that you are encouraged to communicate with people so long as it's done in public. It's secret discussions which are the problem because they are potential serial meeting violations. Of course, communications with your personal lawyers are protected, but city attorneys are not personal lawyers. Their client is the public, and their communications are public records. So what do we do when there's a dispute over matters like this? We're supposed to let a jury decide, but our prosecutors ain't prosecuting and on issues far more serious than this. On a related issue, Smoke and Scan has threatened to stop doing Friday shows because of your illegal delay of public comments. Read the council rules. Public comments are supposed to be at the beginning of meetings, but officers don't enforce rules when the council breaks them.
Which one first?
Please always begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you, brother. So number 18 on your guys' services for street services and repair for work. I want to say I propose yes for that because we all know these streets can get a little bumpy and God knows who's living underneath these cracked streets. We've all seen the videos in New York, but yeah, I walk these streets every day. I was born into a golden spoon household. Like I said, my mother took us to Orange County when I was little. I had a car in high school. I lived with mom and my stepfather until, a year after high school. I jogged from Norwalk to East LA. I saw the World's Strongest Man competition that day in Commerce Casino. God made me use my feet for a reason. I don't have a car, but I do propose for our streets to be fixed. Thank you.
General?
So yes, general comment. If this was a movie, thank you guys for being here. My name is Brandon Attiliano. And no, I'm not the Attilian in the Men in Black movie. But yes, thank you guys for being here. Council, chamber, thank you. Thank you guys for listening to the people. I hear about this drug problem we have. It seems like it's a problem. Have I done it? Yes. Am I proud of it? Hell no. Was it fun? Was it a good time? Yeah, we had a fun time. Did people get hurt? Yes. Yes, they might have gotten hurt on it. But yeah, I hear it's an issue. I think it's that time to peacefully work on it. Don't put anybody in chambers, put away, and put them on a piece of paper probation that just makes you feel like you're on probation. If you spank your kid, you go away forever the next day. So please look out for the people. Brandon, thank you guys.
Hold on. We're here with the Lifting Minds Youth Council program.
Okay, so 1 minute for general.
14?
So is it 14 and general public comment or just 14?
Just the 14?
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
All right, we're here with the Lifting Minds Youth Council program. We're here to explain the side effects of what could happen when you do NOS, nitrous oxide. It's these things called whippets. You can find them in your local corner store. Like to personal experience, I think it's very bad. You know, anybody can be impacted by it, and we're here to spread awareness because we think it's really important. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Jacob Smith, the president of the Lifting Minds Youth Council at Homeboy, and I'm going to talk to you about the rise of nitrous oxide abuse. A growing number of youth is abusing it and using NOS by inhaling it from balloons and metal canisters, also called whippets. They inhale the scentless, colorless gas, and when it hits their lungs, it gives them a short rush of euphoria or lightheadedness for a short period of time. Its original purpose was for cars and medical use, but now it's being abused. Thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm here to talk about item 14. My name is Ray Marquez, Vice President of the Homeboys Industries Youth Council. And if you ever wondered if NOS kills brain cells, it does. It also lowers the vitamin B12 in your system, which causes a condition called hypoxia, which essentially leaves you feeling numb in parts of your body, and in some cases leaves you dead. And a big reason I want to spread awareness for this problem is because growing up in the city of Watts, I see drugs everywhere. I seen peers, I seen family members do it, and nitrous oxide was one of them. So, and as a recent, one of my close friends had passed away because of the use of nitrous oxide, and I want to spread awareness to it. Thank you.
I'm here with the Elevate Lifted Minds Council. I'm here to spread awareness to young adults. Over the summer of 2025, someone I knew passed away in a car accident due to driving and using NOS. That's why I think it's important to start paying attention on the young adults and how they are getting it so easily. Thank you for taking the time and learning about the effects NOS can have on our minds and body.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Vengo a hacer comentario general del número 14.
At number 14.
Sí, quiero que por favor voten no al óxido nitrógeno, ya que hace mucho daño a nuestros jóvenes. Ya hay mucha droga como para aportar una más a ellos.
I am asking you that you please vote against allowing nitrous oxide because it's a drug, and God knows we don't need any more drugs out there.
Ya que ponen un negocio en cada esquina a mi comunidad de estas drogas vendiendo y hacerla fácil a ellos, entonces ¿por qué robarles el futuro a nuestros jóvenes?
And there seems to be one of these shops in every block, and it's so easy for young people to get these products, and so why ruin the bright futures of these young people?
Es muy triste ver a cada joven haciendo droga, robándole su juventud.
It's very sad seeing young people doing drugs. It's taking away their youth.
Démosles un futuro mejor. Por favor, vote no.
Let's give them a better future. Please vote
Gracias.
no. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Coalition for Prevention and Awareness in LA Metro, known as COPOM, we thank you for the opportunity to comment today. COPOM is a coalition of service providers, organizations, and community members who strive for a resilient Los Angeles. Our coalition has conducted over 100 visits to smoke shops that are located near schools, parks, and other youth-sensitive areas within the city of Los Angeles. We observed products such as Great Whip nitrous oxide tanks in various flavors, retailing at $60 on display. Many of these shops have minimal age signage and openly welcome the public. Community members and parent volunteers have encountered many empty canisters around Koreatown, Pico Union, Westlake, and Skid Row, indicating the misuse of this substance. Nitrous oxide misuse can lead to paralysis, neurological problems, heart disease, and even death. There is limited surveillance at the local level, but California Department of Public Health records indicate that emergency department visits related to nitrous oxide increased from 76 visits in 2018 to 263 visits in 2023. The Los Angeles Unified School District reported 11 incidents of nitrous oxide possession during the 23-24 academic school year. Our mission is to educate Los Angeles about drug-related harms. We see a strong need for an improved surveillance of nitrous oxide misuse and limiting accessibility for illicit misuse, especially to youth. We value the council's efforts and leadership in considering a policy solution that will contribute to a healthier community for residents of Los Angeles City. Thank you.
Soy cajera en drive-thru durante casi 9 años. Ayer me uní a huelga para apoyar a mis compañeros.
Yes, I have worked at McDonald's for the last 9 years. I've been a cashier and I've been working in District 10. And I went on strike yesterday to support my coworkers.
Que han visto obligados a trabajar en un calor extremo.
Who have been forced to work in extreme heat.
Sin aire acondicionado ni descansos adecuados.
Without air conditioning or adequate breaks.
Soy una persona que no tolera el abuso en el trabajo. Lo he sufrido.
I am someone who does not tolerate abuse on the job because I have suffered it before.
Sé de primera mano cómo duele lo físico y lo mental, que no causa el abuso del jefe.
I know firsthand the physical and mental toll that our bosses put on us.
Pero después de ayer, ahora entiendo la importancia de conocer nuestros derechos.
But after yesterday, I now know the importance of knowing our rights.
Les da a los trabajadores la confianza para denunciar cuando el jefe infraude la ley.
It gives the workers confidence to speak up when the boss breaks the law.
El problema es de muchos desconocemos nuestros derechos y con demanda de frecuencia. Guardamos silencio por miedo a perder nuestros empleos. Por eso los trabajadores necesitamos capacitación real sobre nuestros derechos.
Speaker, your time has expired, but I am going to ask the interpreters to interpret the last statements, please.
Yes, the issue is that too many of us don't know rights with high frequency, and we stay silent because out of fear of losing our jobs, and that is why workers need real training on our rights to know them.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good morning, council members. My name is Raymond Rios. I'm a longtime resident out of Boyle Heights and El Sereno. Here this morning to urge this council to please support the motion by council members Padilla and Lee that would restrict the sale of nitrous oxide products in smoke shops and anywhere else where they are currently and knowingly selling this dangerous inhalant to the youth of our communities. I'm a retired educator. I live near a high school. We do a lot of volunteer work. We're constantly finding these metal canisters. I mean, not just a few. We're finding them by the dozens in our parks, near our high schools, you know, and as a retired educator, it breaks my heart to think of what the future holds for these youth that are using these products. We have enough mental health challenges in our city already, and homelessness is too much of a reality. So please support this motion to restrict the sale of this terrible inhalant to the youth of our community.
Hello, my name is Andres Garcia with the Office of State Senator Caroline Menjivar. As a state, we are confronting a growing youth crisis, from the surge in youth vaping among teens to the recent rise of nitrous oxide use, most commonly known as whippets, which is why Senator Menjivar introduced SB 1314 to ban the sale of nitrous oxide at smoke shops and prevent these same smoke shops from being within 600 feet of our schools and daycare centers. This bill works hand in hand with this motion in addressing the growing concerns at the state level. The senator supports Councilmember Padilla's motion item 14 and the recommendations of the Public Safety Committee to prohibit tobacco and cannabis retailers in the city of Los Angeles from selling, offering for sale, distributing, or exposing for sale nitrous oxide products with exemptions for legitimate uses. She urges an aye vote to address the inconsistency in how nitrous oxide is regulated and to better protect young people and communities from its harmful misuse, especially as her bill, SB 1314, will also preserve local control by allowing cities and counties to adopt even stricter standards, including expanding the buffer to 1,000 feet or any distance they determine to be appropriate. Thank you.
My name is Pamela Giberman, and I'm speaking as an individual, though I am also the chair of the Panorama City Neighborhood Council Education Committee. Last night, the Education Committee voted unanimously to recommend to the full PCNC Board the following community impact statement. The Panorama City Neighborhood Council strongly supports banning the sale of any and all nitrous oxide products at tobacco and cannabis retailers throughout the city of Los Angeles. These products pose a serious danger to the health and safety of our community, most particularly to our young people, since the number of such retailers located close to schools is obscene. It has been proven that nitrous oxide harms brain development, that the number of emergency room visits has increased due to its use, and it impairs driving, leading to accidents and possible loss of life. Please protect our communities and put this ban into effect as soon as possible. I'm 99% certain that the full PCNC Board will support the filing of this CIS. Banning nitrous oxide products is an excellent first step, but all of the products in smoke shops are harmful to kids. No smoke shop should be located within 500 or 600, so thank you to the state of California for possibly making that happen, within 500 or 600 feet of a school. Thank you, Councilmember McCosker and Councilmember Lee, for your interim control ordinance to that effect, and thank you to all of you who voted in favor of the amendment, which was suggested by my councilperson, Imelda Padilla, to extend that ordinance citywide. We look forward to a time when it will be permanent in every council district. We further believe smoke shop owners should have to apply for conditional use permits since they pose an extreme nuisance to our communities. Again, I urge you to do everything in your power to keep our kids and our communities safe. Thank you.
So 5 relates to street lighting. I noticed you guys have been patting yourselves on the back for your new plan to address the fact that our city is dark as hell. I know my neighborhood, Hugo should know it, he's my council member, it's completely dark. You guys are always talking about, you're always giving more money to the LAPD to fight crime. You want to fight crime, you want to prevent crime, light up our streets. Again, you guys are patting yourselves on the back for this new program, especially the mayor. But she said that over the last years, leaders have neglected the street lighting problem. What she doesn't mention is the fact that she has cut street lighting by $7.5 million since she's been in office. She creates a problem, and then she wants some sort of congratulations for attempting to slightly fix it. It's bullshit. She sucks as mayor. She shouldn't be mayor anymore. Now, on public comment,
1 minute.
I came here actually to address Nithya. Right before I come up here, suddenly she exits stage left. So I'm going to address that empty seat over there where Nithya is sitting. She's running for mayor, right? A year ago, over the last year, there have been 200 documented cases of the LAPD brutalizing journalists. There was a restraining order by a federal judge that was put in place because the LAPD has been brutalizing journalists. They violated that and they put an injunction in place. And finally, after 6 months, you guys finally got some balls and said, you know what, city attorney, we got to stop defending the LAPD in this restraining order case. But then you guys immediately go and fund outside counsel to defend the LAPD. It's bullshit. I've been waiting for Nithya to say something about it. But once again, I've heard as much as I've heard out of that empty seat right there. You know, if she wants to be mayor, she wants to be leader, it's time to start showing, but she doesn't have it in her. Good day.
Good morning, honorable council members. My name is Albert Milena. I'm the executive director of the San Fernando Valley Partnership, and I'm also honored to stand here with the students from our Pathways to Prevention program at Burke Corona Charter High School, and here to support this motion that is desperately needed. Our work focuses on addressing the community conditions that contribute to youth substance abuse, and we know that access, availability, and product play a key role in what young people are using. It's also important to understand place, how that impacts use. Did you know that in the city of Los Angeles, there are over 3,400 smoke shops, and that 73% of the schools in the city of LA are within 1,000 feet of a smoke shop? And when we have these locations selling a product that has been specifically designed and marketed to young people, we have a major problem. So we must understand that we are seeing the warning signs: growing misuse, impaired driving, tanks. And I'll tell you this, those tanks aren't litter, they're warning signs. And we can't ignore warning signs that are literally flooding our community. I encourage you all to look around as you're driving, freeway on-ramps at parks near schools, and it really is a problem that desperately needs to address. Public health teaches us that action matters. We don't wait for fatalities or overwhelmed emergency systems before we take action. This is an emerging threat, and the fentanyl crisis taught us that we don't wait until our emergency rooms, until we start to lose young people. We need to take action now. Los Angeles has an opportunity to act early, reduce access, and prevent normalization. As you heard these young people, this product is normal. We see it every day. It's flavored, doesn't even seem dangerous, but we're already seeing the impact. We heard one of the students mention a 500% increase in youth consumption, the medical impact. So we do have an opportunity to take action, and I'm thanking you in advance for your action to protect our young people and our communities. Thank you.
Thank you. And before we get to the next speaker, Mr. Herman, whatever it is you are doing with the piece of paper, with your motions, you are right in the eye line of everybody who's trying to pay attention to the public speaker. Do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. If you'd like to make those motions, you're more than welcome to do so at the sides or at the back, but there's absolutely no reason for you to do that right behind the public speaker. I'm sorry. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Harriet Elliott. I posted yesterday on public comment that the librarian over at Central Library, from my understanding, they all have master's degrees over there. She's a young person, her name, she's about 30. Her name is Journey, and she wrote a review of Renee Pittman's book, You Are Not My Big Brother. I never got a copy of it. This woman, Journey, would be willing to tell others, I'm sure, if she wasn't Edom, that how she feels about Renee Pittman. I think it'd be worth it for you to kind of call her and ask to share what she was going to write for summer reading. She had book picks for summer reading. I think that she actually is positive towards Renee Pittman, even though that book says something that she's guilty of. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Good morning, Council. My name is Jason Christopher, and I contend places built to save lives should never stop serving communities. The historic Fire Station Number 5, located in the city of Westchester, once served this city by responding to emergencies. Today, it has the opportunity to serve again by becoming a human performance and fitness center, serving municipal bus drivers in the Westchester, Santa Monica, Culver City, and Los Angeles communities and the neighboring residents. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show over 80% of urban bus drivers suffer from chronic back or neck pain and obesity, due to prolonged sitting and occupational stress, affecting both quality of life and work performance. And my cause is rather personal. After surviving a devastating car accident and losing my left leg in 1993, I learned something powerful. Limitations do not define people, possibility does. Today, I assist people building stronger, more capable bodies that are equal to the demands of life in the areas of both fitness and finance. So standing what I see possible, I request support from the city through the donation of the facility and a $1 million grant to renovate the property design so as to continue its legacy of saving lives, this time through targeted health, performance, and prevention regimens that support the people who keep Los Angeles moving every day. Thank you for your time and consideration, and I welcome the opportunity to further discuss transforming this inactive station into an active force of health and prevention in the near future.